Yo, what it is, YouTube? It's your boy DC coming back with another bullseye video here today on the channel. I want to show you guys how to make smooth rap vocals over a 2-track beat today. So don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. We're showing all the secrets to get vocals to feel right in a mix. Okay, and check out my website MixLikeNix.com to get the best presets and also book the best mixing and mastering services. You guys will see as we will break down everything step by step. Let's play the track.
I'm a different type of breed. I'm planet Mars. She say, where you been? Girl, I've been trying to hide. I'm sorry I ain't called. I've been on my grind. I know you miss me, cause I miss you. We miss each other. But I'm getting money, shorty. We can't wait forever. We can't wait forever. It's always stormy weather. I was hoping that we could be better. I was hoping that we could stack cheddar. I don't care about haters, they envy. I'm J Mac, girl, no, I ain't friendly. I know all of these bitches want for me, but can't for me. I'm too real. I get up.
All right, bet. So let's start off with the 2-track beat. Usually what I like to do with my 2-track beat is I like to hear to see if it's missing something. But the most important thing about the 2-track beat is you want to hear the pocket. Like there's no EQ or no track space or trick that you can use to substitute your ears. Your ears are the most important thing. Okay, that is the spoon and the fork that you're gonna use to attack this problem, which is why is there food on the plate. Okay, so the most important thing is you got to hear the pocket. And with this J-Mac style vocal, well, it is actually J-Mac. You feel me? Shout out to my dog. The most important thing too is just to hear like what frequencies is his voice giving and what frequencies is the beat opening the door for and putting it right through the door like a good neighbor. Hello.
Envy. I'm J Mac, girl, no, I ain't friendly. I know all of these bitches want for me, but can't for me. I'm too real. I get an old head chill. I serve all these pills. I still can't even feel. I can't feel.
And also something important too is I actually recorded this. So I only have my split S working on the stock preset and just like 3 dBs of de-essing, and it already sounds smooth because, you know, I was there, you know, and that's the most important thing about the recording process. Sometimes all you got to do is tell the artist to step back a little bit more, or even just pick out the right microphone that is going to sound flattering to their voice. And when you do stuff like that, the song kind of mixes itself, you know what I mean? All right, so most important thing is I use the split S on the default preset. You guys already know that's like kind of like the pre-marination, the salt and the lemon and the lime that just kind of helps make the voice feel softer. Just like how lemon and lime kind of softens up the chicken before you actually throw it on the grill. And then also I used a little bit of this high shelf or this high filter just to make the vocal sound lopped it off. I didn't want them to be too airy.
I've been lost inside my thoughts lately. I think that I've been going crazy. I can't think you're on my mind daily. My mom said, son, you're going crazy. Say I'm going crazy, toting 380. People told me just to tell you still a little baby. But I got zombies in the trap, them boys not patient. Nigga, you a bitch, you keep pump faking. They say, bro, keep doing you. I be vibing every day. I know niggas want me out, tryna take me out the game. They wanna take away my name. They don't want me get the fame. They say, J-Man, if you get it, they feel like I'm just gon' change. They let me out of the.
All right, and something just to make the song sound more interesting, because it was a 2-track beat. You see I did a little bit of automation right here. I had my delay mounting up too, just to build momentum.
I've been lost inside my thoughts lately. I think that I've been going crazy. I can't think you're on my mind daily. My mom said, son, you're going crazy. Say I'm going crazy, toting 380. People told me just.
All right, so yeah, boom. Then the drop happens, like the delay is like pretty much out because now it's on this track. All right, so most importantly after that, I use like the C4, and then the important thing with the C4 is like I was just like super attacking the body of his vocal just to thin it out rather than to let the EQ do too much Well, I don't know why, but I guess in this song I was super aggressive with the low end. I don't remember why, but this is in the beginning when I was learning how to mix.
Change, they don't want me making no move. Now they want me out of it. Now they say you losing it. They say I fed off my shit, but I'm
Oh yeah, okay. Now I remember what I was doing. This is crazy. What happened is there's actually a dub right here. So because the dub is kind of giving that reinforcement in the body and stuff like that. Okay, see, this is kind of not what you would usually do with a dub. You would cut more low end, but the dub just kind of felt warm and cozy. So because we know we had that dub underneath, that kind of gave a little bit of leeway to be like, damn, that dub sounds good. I really wanted to blend it with the vocal, and that's why we got aggressive with this right here.
change, they don't want me making no move. Now they want me out of it. Now they say you losing it. They say I fed off my shit, but I'm back counting racks, and I'm better than ever. I thought we was forever. You said we was together. You changed, you lied. Now I'm by my lonely.
So it's all about knowing different parts. Like when you're recording the artist, you gotta ask, "Oh, you're gonna do a dub?" Or and that's like as you're slowly mixing the song, you already know, man, there's gonna be a dub coming. Maybe I need to create a little bit of space for that dub, so that dub can be an integral part. Because the dub is playing the whole song. Like the dub is literally playing the whole entire song. So, if the lead vocal is full frequency, what the hell do we need a dub for? But the dub sounds good. We still want to use it, and that's when you start to carve a little bit of that space. But it's dynamic space. So like there's gonna be some parts where the C4 doesn't really need to work too much, and the dub will kind of fill in that pocket. We poke a hole in the back, but we got a refill coming. We just drank our soda, but we got a refill on the way. And then this CLA 76 is just there for the color and shit like that, and the RVox. But yeah, even with the CLA, the SSL channel strip, we just added a little bit more air to his vocal and a little bit more lows too. It's like a smiley face EQ curve on his vocal, and that also brings out the dub even more. Because imagine it like this: the dub is taking up the mid range, right? Let's say like the dub is taking up the mid range, right? Let's say this is the dub on the frequency spectrum, right? It's probably taking up like this. This is the dub on the frequency spectrum. So by me going over here and doing this, it's almost like I created more space for the dub, because like this, the lows is boosted a little bit more, right? The lows is boosted a little bit more, and the highs is boosted a little bit more. So it's like me just doing a smiley face EQ curve, that in itself kind of created space for the dub too.
She say, where you been? Girl, I've been trying to hide. I'm sorry I ain't called. I've been on my grind. I know you miss me, cause I miss you. We miss each other. Well, I'm getting money, shorty. We can't wait forever. We can't wait forever. It's always stormy weather. I was hoping that we could be better. I was hoping that we could.
So you hear like that EQ move is more just to like help the dub or whatever, and then have like a little bit of tape saturation or whatever right here, just to make things sound a little bit more smooth. I like how tape saturation takes off the transients a little bit though.
Say I'm going crazy, toting 380. People told me just to tell you still a little baby. But I got zombies in the trap, them boys not patient. Nigga, you a bitch, you keep pump faking. They say, bro, keep doing you. I be vibing every day. I know niggas want me out, tryna take me out again. They wanna take away my name. They don't want me get the fame. They say, Jam, man, if you get it, they feel like I'm just gon' change. They let me out of the chains. Now I told them I'ma change. They don't want me making no move. Now they want me out of it. Now they say you losing it. They say I fed off.
And then like you see, I just muted the dub. Let's play with the dub in and out. The dub is mostly there for mid-range support. Look how we cut out a lot of the super lows, a lot of the, the mud range, as I like to call it, and just added a little presence to it because it really sounded good and we wanted to poke out.
They say, bro, keep doing you. I be vibing every day. I know niggas want me out. Again, they wanna take away my name. They don't want me get the fame. They say, Jam, man, if you get it, every day feel like I'm just gon' change. They let me out of the chains. Now I told them I'ma change. They don't want me making no more. Now they want me out of it. Now they say you losing it. They say I fed off my shit, but I'm back counting racks, and I'm better than ever. I thought we was forever. You said we was together.
All right, after that, let's look at the ad libs. The ad libs are so basic. Just use like another SSL strip. I think I even just wrote off just a little bit more low end, and then I put on a CLA, not a different type of 1176 to really pin it down.
She say, where you been? Girl, I been trying to hide. I'm sorry I ain't called. I been on my grind. I know you miss me, cause I miss you. We miss each other. Well, I'm getting money, shawty. We can't wait forever. We can't wait forever. It's always stormy weather. I was hoping that we could be better. I was hoping that we could stack cheddar. I don't care about haters, they envy. I'm saying,
yeah, so these are actually the ends, and you see like just using a little bit of that 76 with that quick release. Envy, envy, envy. I could mute it, but the volume difference would be probably significant. But yeah, just taking advantage of the motion that this natural compressor will give us to help this out of it. I'm pretty sure that's where the real momentum for this is happening.
change. Now I told them I'ma change. They don't want me making no more. Now they want me out of it. Now they say you losing it. They say I fed off my shit, but I'm back counting racks, and I'm better than ever. I thought we was forever. You said we was together. You changed, you lied. Now I'm by my lonely. Why?
That sweet spot is like that 1 to 3, that 1 to 5, and it just has a way where, because the attack is on the medium, it just is controlling that transient, helping the thing just sit in its place. So those ends are just sitting perfectly in its place. But then, like, just the natural way of the release is like whoo, 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 and that really super short ratio is just helping to get like a really like a slap back, like it's like a ping pong paddle. It's like Bart Simpson's in the Simpsons show pulling back that slingshot. He pulling back that motherfucking slingshot out of it. Now you say you're losing it. I feel like I'm on shit. You feel me? And then just knowing that we have these pan differently, like one is pan 57, the other one's 68, and it just creates wobbliness, it creates weirdness. And look at this right here, we have like this little delay throw, we have the feedback going up, and then we have like the feedback going up right here and stuff like that. We create in moments, we put a little bit of drop, a little bit of a TikTok moment to entertain the listener. Let's look at this master fader real quick though. This master fader.
Change. Now I told them I'ma change. They don't want me making no more. Now they want me out of it. Now they say you losing it. They say I fed off my shit, but I'm back counting racks, and I'm better than ever. I thought we was for.
So you hear a lot more clarity, a lot more detail. But most importantly, with the mastering chain, we go in there and we do a couple frequency sweeps. I've been doing it lately, just only due to the fact that I noticed that sometimes when you use like the EQP1A, you use a couple analog models plugins, there's this distortion that starts to build up that, it takes away clarity.
I was hoping that we could be better. I was hoping that we could stack cheddar. I don't care about haters, they envy. I'm saying Mac, girl, no, I ain't friendly. I know all of these bitches want for me, but can't for me. I'm too real. I get an old head chill. I serve all these pills. I still can't even feel. I can't feel. Girl, what's real? I've been lost inside my thoughts lately.
I like this plugin because it gives like a clarity. This plugin is really doing like a shelf, and the tube saturation is adding this nice little bit of salt and pepper and seasoning that's really just helping the mix feel more just like up. This plugin is really dope because the tubes and the saturation is like almost a smiley face EQ curve, but with saturation. So it just naturally makes the whole mix feel present. I might start putting that just directly on the vocal because I like how it makes the vocal sound though, It has like a sweetness to it. Now, look, we have this Weiss compressor. I've been feeling this shit lately just because I like how it pushes the vocal back.
I was hoping that we could be better. I was hoping that we could stack cheddar. I don't care about haters, they envy. I'm J Mac, girl, no, I ain't friendly. I know all of these bitches want for me, but can't for me. I'm too real. I get an old head chill. I serve all these pills. I still can't even feel. I can't feel. Girl, what's real? I've been lost inside my thoughts lately. I think that I've been going crazy. I can't think you're on my mind daily. My mom said, son, you going crazy. Say I'm going crazy, toting 380. People told me just to tell you still a little baby. But I got zombies in the trap, them boys not patient. Nigga, you a bitch, you keep pump faking. They say, bro, I keep doing you.
I don't know if you guys ever put like a bus compressor or even just the limiter, and then sometimes you have the kick and the vocal hitting at the same time, right? And it just sounds like they're both distorting. I like to throw on just this little bit of this type of compressor because it's clean and it just controls that dynamic range. So when it hits the limiter, that shit sounds like what it's supposed to sound like. Okay, look, most importantly, this is just right here to bring a little bit more brightness because like the vocal gets pushed back.
I was hoping that we could be better. I was hoping that we could stack cheddar. I don't care about haters, they envy. I'm J Mac, girl, no, I ain't friendly. I know all of these bitches want for me, but can't for me. I'm too real. I get an old head.
We get back some of that presence that we lost, and we just really help our vocals just sit in a place, but they still have the mainstream sheen that we are always looking for. So I just want to say thanks a lot for being a great part of the YouTube family. We consistently dropping gems. Guys, support the channel. Support the channel so we could keep doing this. I want to keep leveling up y'all sound. And if you guys ever need mix and mastering services, come on. You know what to do, guys. Check out the best website in the world, MixLikeNix.com, for courses, plugin presets, vocal templates, and much more. I appreciate you guys. I'll see you next time. Peace.